Good morning and welcome back to the show, everybody. This is San Angelo's coverage of this year's San Angelo Rodeo. I'm your host, Ryan Chadwick, and joining me is Tessa Koskovich. Tessa, we saw some great action in X-Treme Bulls on Sunday, did we not?
We did. We actually saw the highest score of the rodeo this far, and it was pretty exciting. A lot of great buck-offs, too.
Mm-hmm. Now, we are not only going to be covering what happened in X-Treme Bulls, we also are previewing performance number 9 that happens tonight at 7, but before we get into any of that, let's hear a word from our friends at Whataburger.
Whataburger, please print back the Monterey Melt. Message received. Print it on. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back. What a burger!
Okay, Tessa, let's get right into all the action that happened at X-Treme Bulls on Sunday. We saw Mason Moody win with a 9.5-point ride. To your credit that you said right before we left, it's the highest ride we've seen in the entire rodeo.
It is the highest ride we've seen in the entire rodeo this far. And not only was it the highest ride we've seen, he did it on a bull on Richard Slam, a bull that has only been ridden twice in his entire rodeo career.
Yeah, and I remember them talking about it before he went, and everyone, you just kind of got the feeling, this is going to be a tough one. But, I mean, Mason's been killing it so far this year, and he proved that again on Sunday.
You know what? He performed, I believe, Saturday or Friday before the X-Treme Bulls. And I did not think he was going to be our winner of the X-Treme Bulls, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, but not only that, like we saw a lot of other guys ride, but like none was better than Mason's. So he ended up winning that with a 9.5-point ride. Won over $13,000 for his trouble. Nice little weekend.
Nice little
for you
payout
right
for
there.
Sure. 8 seconds.
Yeah, but we got an interview with the winner, so let's go ahead and go straight to that.
Awesome. Hey, y'all. It's Tessa. I'm here with Mason Moody, our winner of the X-Treme Bulls with a 90.5 ride. Mason, walk us through that ride.
Yeah, I mean, coming in here, I knew I had a bull that I could probably win on, and, you just got to take advantage of them because, I mean, you can easily stub your toe on one of them and fall off. So, you really got to stick to your basics and just go at them every jump and hope it works out.
So you knew about your bull before you came in here?
Yeah, he was bucked earlier in the week here, so I went and watched some footage on him, and I knew he was going to be really good. But, I mean, every bull has a different day every day, so, I mean, you can't take it for granted. But, I mean, when you got a bull like that, that's always good and always bucks hard, you know you got a shot to win the event. So.
Awesome. Now, this is the second or third time we've seen you at the San Angelo Rodeo this round.
Yeah, I was here last year. It didn't go so hot last year, but I was coming off an injury, but that's part of bull riding. It's a dangerous game, and I just can't thank the Lord above for letting me do what I get to do, and it's a blessing, and I take it for granted.
Right. Well, you're number 5 in the world right now, so something's working for you. Congratulations on that. How are you feeling walking away from our X-Treme Bulls?
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence booster. I've had a really good Texas swing, you'd call it, between San Antonio, Fort Worth, Houston. Didn't do no good in Austin, but that's bull riding. And then come here and win the X-Treme Bulls. Definitely a good bump going into the start of the summer.
What does the road ahead look like for you?
Well, I'm like 8th or something sitting here in the rodeo, so hopefully be back here for the short round, and then I'll be here for the cinch shootout, the last Saturday perv, and then just head out to Clovis, California the next weekend. So just staying busy all the time.
The way bulls have been looking this season, I would imagine you're going to come back next weekend, especially with that 90.5.
Yeah, it would be good to come back here. It definitely helps. So
we'll see you back. I can feel it. That has been Mason Moody, the winner of our X-Treme Bulls this year. All of our bull riding is going to be brought to you by Alpha Paving.
Thanks again for that interview, Mason, and congratulations on your win. Now, I got to say, Tessa, the format for X-Treme Bulls was just a little bit different this year. In the past, it's been a bunch of cowboys going a slate. I think it's like 4 sections of 10, and then whoever rides goes to the finals. They ride again, and then they average those rides, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we said in our previous pre-show. Well, they threw us for a loop this year, and they changed it up. There was no finals.
It was the 4 sections and then the finals without having seen everybody ride.
Yeah, well, like in what was different this year, the finals, they just got previous champions to fill out that last section. So I guess it was a little bit safer, and we in San Angelo got to see like just even more bull riders. But definitely threw us off, I will say that.
And I will say it may or may not have been just a little unfair to the Cowboys who went during the sections, thinking that maybe they would have a chance to compete one more time for that final top spot.
Oh, well, I guarantee you that they knew beforehand. I think we were the only ones not in the know.
That's all right.
Yeah, but with that being said, We also the guys who got basically 2nd through 8th also did incredible. Like second place was a tie between Lane Vaughn and Cody Teal. They both rode an 88.
They did.
That'd be good enough for first place in the San Angelo Rodeo right now. You know,
At the moment it would.
right?
Yeah.
So they ended up, getting about $8,800, but between the two, or I guess that's a piece. But it was definitely one of those where it was just entertainment, especially in the later sections. It's like every cowboy that would go, we'd get good rides out of it, and it was several in a row, and there weren't as many buck-offs at the end compared to the beginning.
Right. And you interviewed Lane after his ride, did you not?
Yes, I did, so let's go ahead and go straight to that. I'm here with Lane Vaughn, Oregon Cowboy, just posted an 88 in, what was it, the 4th preliminary round of X-Treme Bulls. Lane, after seeing so many Cowboys get bucked off today, getting one of the top scores right now, just walk me through it.
Oh, it means the world. I got a reride on my first one, and I've been on that bull before, and I rode him, and I knew if I just did my job, the cards fell how they may, and lucky enough to be on top right now.
Now, I know that this event is technically outside of the San Angelo Rodeo. Just what are your thoughts on events like X-Treme Bulls?
Oh, they're really good. A lot of money added, and a lot of really good guys and really good bulls, and it's a really good way to get your name up in those world standings.
So, it's one of those where, bull riding's already the most popular part of the rodeo. That can be argued here or there, but how special is just having another opportunity just for the guys who only ride bulls?
Oh, it means the world. It keeps things going, keeps us busy. A lot of guys were here last night, so they get to stay an extra day to get on another bull and maybe win double the money they did the night before. So it's just a really cool deal keeping things like that.
All right, well, you got to get on one more. What's it going to take it home?
I'll just keep my hands shut and do what I did last time.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the future. And remember, all of our bull riding coverage is brought to you by Alpha Paving. Thanks again for that interview, Lane. And remember, guys, all of our bull riding coverage this year at San Angelo Rodeo, including X-Treme Bulls, is brought to you by Alpha Paving. Now, Tessa, why don't you just bring us through the guys who basically got 3rd through 8th at this point?
Yeah, so we saw Kai Hamilton, an Australian cowboy, and Jesse Petrie tie in 3rd with an 87.5 point ride. And Kai Hamilton's bull, Firewater, was a 19-6 bull. The odds were not in his favor. It is now a 19-7 bull. And then we go straight into Clayton Sellers. He was an 87-point ride. I didn't take too many notes on him because we were interviewing T. Parker for that.
Right.
And then we go straight into Fulton Rutland, He had an 85.5-point ride. Jace Trosclair had an 83.5. And then we got straight into T. Parker with an 82.5. He did not overperform. It's not what we would have expected out of a kid like T. Parker. However, the bull that he was on, I was standing down by the chutes, and the bull he was on was not overly happy to be down there. He was supposed to go 3rd or 4th, I believe, in the show, and then the bull, he got on the bull and was ready for the chute gates to open. Bull bucked inside the chute, threw him through the slots of the gate.
Well, yeah, he was the one who climbed on top too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was a freak accident. Nobody could have helped that. So he was already off to a bad start with this bull, and then got back on the bull to go last, and the bull, like you said, climbed on top. He was spitting dirt. He was not happy to be there. So for an 83.5, or for an 82.5, excuse me, and the fact that he stayed on at all was pretty amazing.
Right, and that makes 2 for 2 for T. Parker at San Angelo Radio.
2 for 2.
Yeah. He's on an incredible run right now. But I think that the biggest thing to take away from this is, out of all these guys, the fact that we had a 9.5 win, we had 2 88s in second place, and then 4th and down we got an 87.5, an 87, 85.5. These are all really good scores.
They're great scores.
So it was entertainment central for the people of San Angelo who are in attendance. But yeah, even a guy like T. Parker, he's got an 82.5, very respectable score, not good enough to win the money. Tessa interviewed T. Let's get straight to that.
Awesome. Hey, y'all, it's Tess. I'm here at T. Parker. T, you just got an 82.5 on a bull named Crime Report. That was one pissed off bull. How are you feeling about that?
I feel a lot better now. I didn't let him humble me. He kind of got the best of me in the buck and shoot at first. He got through the slide, which was a freak accident. No one's to blame about that. But after that, it just really pissed me off, and I knew how to bring him hell after that, and I went out there and I did it. And
apparently being pissed, it worked for you.
Oh, yeah, I ride a lot better whenever I'm mad. it's more of a mental game, so it helps out a lot. I'm honestly glad he did that.
How do you recuperate whenever something like that freak accident happens and you get thrown off the bull in the chute and before you ride you have to wait to go again?
Just got to stay calm. Like, after they rolled him, I was so pissed off. I was ready just to get on, but it was probably honestly good they went back to the couple other guys they did before me so I could actually calm down a little bit, because you can be too aggressive and you can overdo stuff, but as long as you're in the right mindset and you're in control and you're not freaking out or nothing, you'll do just fine like that.
Did you have to completely restart your routine before you got on, or did you just...
Yeah, I had to completely restart getting on. I had to reheat my rope, all that stuff, which that stuff could be time consuming, but I was a lot quicker in there. I was, like I said, I was a lot angrier. So, I mean, I just wanted to get out there and just do my job and take full control of that bull.
So for our fans watching who aren't super versed on rodeo, what does what does heating your rope do?
Well, we got rosin, we put it on our bull rope. It gets really, really sticky, and it keeps our hand in there, because a lot of guys ride with the higher rise of a handle to where it's not as tight. So a lot of us have wrist problems like me, so I ride with the loose handle, but I like it as tight as possible. If I don't ride my bull, I'd rather sit there and hang and get stomped to death.
Right. You are 2 for 2 on the bulls here in San Angelo, and we have not seen a very great run with the bull riders. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is the best I've ever done out here. I'm 2 for 2, and the last 2 years before this, I went 2 for 2, but not in the right way. I got humbled, got bucked off, but to come out here and change that all this year, it's definitely going to hit one of my top 10 rodeos of all time out here.
You should have done that beforehand. We're a cool rodeo. We didn't see any jewelry get thrown off you today, so that was nice.
Oh yeah, I went back early this morning, and I did a little bit of working on my chain and my watch, and got it all fixed up, so I got to add more parts to them whenever I get home to get them fully right and looking brand new.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chi. That has been T. Parker with our bull riding, brought to you by Alpha Paving.
Thank you, Alpha Paving, for sponsoring our bulls this season. Let's take a break from bull riding and go straight into mutton busting. Camden Steele was our Sunday mutton busting winner. Mm-hmm. He took the record breaker on Saturday personally and got a 99.875. That kid rode all the way back into the herd.
Right. Well, and it was one of those where, like, on Saturday we had the best ever, mm-hmm. right? And then
he took it personal.
We were making jokes about it, yeah, but he ended up getting, a 99 7/8 or whatever. But yeah, they literally had to pick him off the sheet. He never fell off. So the sheet ran all the way across to the back wall, circled around to the herd, and it was just kind of trying to get away from the herd, and he was still on it. Cowboys had to walk up and pick him up off of it, so he technically could still be riding that sheet for all we knew. They didn't have to pick him up.
And he was feeling it too. Afterwards, he knew he was champion. He's like, yeah, I practiced. Yeah, I knew what I was doing out there.
Right.
Wasn't hard.
And Tessa actually interviewed the kids, so let's go straight to that.
Hey y'all, so I'm here in Camden. Our mutton busting winner of the day, Camden Bulls. Hey, where are you from? Do you want to tell everybody what you're from? 99 and 78. That's the record. How do you feel right now? Good. Good. Are you going to tell your friends on Monday about what you did? You're going to work with them? Yeah. Are you excited or are you nervous? What did you do when you first saw that sheet? You're going to win? Look at you did. You won. You broke the record. How are you feeling? Good? Did you practice at home? You didn't practice at home. You held on all the way back to the first. How did you do it? Awesome. Well, that has been Camden with our 99 and 7/8 record breaker. All our mutton busting is being brought to you by Sonora Bay.
And remember, all of our mutton busting coverage this year is brought to you by Sonora Bank. Okay, Tessa, there were several guys who didn't quite make the money, but still had either good rides or almost good rides. We also had a lot of crazy buck-offs. Let's get right into that.
Yeah, so for starters, J.R. Stratford had no time on a bull named Venom, a bull that has never been ridden and holds that record to this day, unfortunately. Yeah. It would have been history-making in San Angelo, but, I couldn't have stayed on, so I don't blame him for not being able to stay on.
Right.
And he gave it his all. Cody Jesus was offered a re-ride after a 61-point ride on Dirt Dauber.
I think he was the first guy to go, right?
He was the first qualified rider that night. He was not the first guy to go. He was the first qualified ride. That bull, though, was not wanting to kick up towards the ceiling, which is what the judges want. In fact, if I'm remembering correctly, his feet did not leave the underside of his belly at all.
No, they didn't.
Which is why he got the 61-point ride and was offered a re-ride. He did decline the re-ride, which, I mean, I would understand, you have a qualified ride, or you could risk it for getting bucked off.
And I will say, in his defense, his head bounced off the turf pretty good.
Yeah.
Like when after the 8 seconds was over, the bull still threw him, and he bounced pretty hard. So maybe he was just
I wouldn't have wanted to risk it either.
We'll see,
He came, he did it. He did what he needed to do. Braden Kilcrease had no time on Captain Hook, a bull that we watched buck off Jacob Carriage the first night of the rodeo, which we interviewed that Australian cowboy. So Captain Hook is 2-0 at the San Angelo Rodeo this season. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and talk about Wasey Shawla for us?
Okay, yeah. So I wanted to put this in specifically because that guy is a definition of cowboy tough, right? Already had a hurt shoulder coming in, gets pretty much slammed again. He didn't end up winning any money, but got up, and you see his shoulder completely out. Right?
He was not moving his arm when he walked past those chutes.
He just holding it. People trying to get his attention. You could tell the guy was in a lot of pain, but everyone made it a point to know that, hey, even though he was already previously injured, he still came out to perform for everybody.
He showed out for us.
Yeah.
He did not have to.
Right. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool. And then we're going to jump back to Trey Kimsey. We did not get the interview with him like I had promised you we would. He unfortunately just didn't have the ride he was looking to get, so he wasn't really feeling an interview, which is okay. It happens. I wouldn't be either. Maverick Potter, he held on for 7.6 seconds.
But his dismount.
7.6. Yeah, I know. He backflipped and saved his butt. He backflipped off that bull.
So he gets backflipped, and it's not just like he falls down. Like he stuck the landing.
No, he backflipped off it and landed on his feet.
Would have gotten at least a 9 in gymnastics, right?
Yeah. So he did what he needed to do in that situation.
Right.
Avery Mullins was no time on Enough's Enough. A slow start. The bull didn't want to pick up his head, so unfortunately it just didn't score like he wanted to. And that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And then TJ Gray had an 81-point ride.
Yep.
Just not enough to qualify for the top.
And that is the number 5 bull rider in the world. Because of that, we just had to get him for an interview, right? So let's go ahead and get straight to that.
Awesome. Hey, y'all. It's Tessa. I'm here with TJ Gray. TJ, you're number 4 in the world. First of all, congratulations on that. You are our first good qualified ride for the day. Go ahead and run us through what happened out there.
Well, I appreciate it. First off, thank you. I don't know, it was a handful for sure. It was just a good bull. I was kind of getting a little sloppy up there, so it kind of made me have to work for it, but it was a rough start to the bull ride today, so I was glad to stay on one and kind of change the energy around.
Did you know anything about this bull when you pulled him?
I did not. I don't study bulls too well, and I didn't have a clue about it.
Right. During the first round, we saw some stopping and some slow pace go with the riders because the bull was having a fit. Whenever that happens, does that throw you guys off? Do you have to readjust yourself, or are you ready to go?
I don't know. I don't necessarily think you should let circumstances like that affect you too much. Like I said, it was kind of a slower pace in the bull ride this morning, a lot of buck offs, some re-rides and stuff. But I think by the end of the day, we're going to see a lot more bull rides.
What got you into bull riding?
What got me into bull riding? Well, my older brother did it. Started getting on sheep and calves at a pretty young age, and just never quit. Kind of kept at it.
Now that the rodeo season is starting to pick up, and San Angelo is a relatively big rodeo, what does travel look like for you ahead now?
I'm going to try and take my spring a little slow, but most of the time you can go as hard as you want to go. I try to do a little slower spring. That way I have energy, and I'm healthy enough to go hard in the summer.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, TJ. I hope you win some money out here.
I hope so.
That has been TJ Gray. All of our bull riding is going to be brought to you by Alpha Paving.
And that was X-Treme Bulls. Now, the rodeo's getting to that point where we're almost at the finals, right? We're in the final week. So let's go ahead and just give everyone out there just a little preview for what Performance 9 is going to be all about tonight, right? Specifically in the bareback, we got a bunch of the top guys in the world going again. We got Garrett Shadbolt, number 5. We got R.C. Landingham. He was a mainstay last year's rodeo. He's number 14. Miles Carlson, he's number 30, and then Caston Ford, he's in the 40s, but still, like I said. I don't think I've seen anyone below that wasn't a rookie below the top 50 in this rodeo.
For sure.
Know? So it's going to be another great show in the bareback. Tessa, go ahead and take away the bull riding.
So in the bull, I'm going to work our way down here. For starters, we've got Roscoe Jarbo. He's number 27 in the world. And then from X-Treme Bulls, we're going to see TJ Gray again.
Yeah, you just saw him. Yeah.
Like Ryan had mentioned, he is number 5 in the world. And then to end it off, we're going to see Stetson Wright. He is currently number 2 in the world as far as bull riding goes, and he's number 25 in saddle bronc, which brings us into saddle bronc, Ryan.
Oh, so he's going to do both?
No, he's just going to be part of the bull riding, but
okay.
Yes.
So I think he did this a couple years ago where he actually rode in both. At one point, he was leading in both. So that was pretty crazy.
He did pull out a Sunday show, so I think it'd only be fair.
All right, in the saddle bronc, besides Stetson Wright, we got Ryder Sanford. He's number 12 in the world. Shea Fournier, he's number 31 in the world. Tom Webster, he's number 48 in the world. Mitch Pollock, he's number 38 in the world. And, of course, Cash Wilson, he's number 47. Lots of names on there that people are going to recognize. And like I said, we're entering that final week. We got two more performances before the finals. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do it, you better do it now type thing, you know?
And, of course, just as a reminder, tonight is going to be Military Appreciation Night. So get out there and support our troops.
Yep. It's going to be, we got Military Appreciation Night tonight, and then Cancer Awareness tomorrow night. Yeah, so 2 really good theme nights coming your way. But with that being said, let's get straight into scores through performance number 8. But first, let's hear a word from 3D Plumbing.
3D's Plumbing has served the Concho Valley with excellence for over 3 decades. Their team of highly skilled plumbers is well equipped to handle everything from routine maintenance to complex emergency repairs. 3D's Plumbing understands that your home's comfort and safety depend on a well-functioning plumbing system, and they're here to ensure it runs smoothly. When you choose 3D's, you're not just hiring plumbers. You're welcoming a team of experts into your home who genuinely care about your peace of mind. Remember, one call does it all. Thank you, San Angelo.
Now, into the scores through performance number 8. In the bull riding, we have Dustin Bouquet still leading overall. He posted an 87. In second, we have a new second place here. It's T. Parker. He went on Saturday night. He posted an 86.5. Luke Casey Morris also went on Saturday night. He posted an 86. Elijah Moore's in fourth with an 85.5. And finally, Bryce Jensen is in fifth place with an 85. Into the bareback, Sage Allen still leads with an 89. Cole Reiner is in second place with an 88. Cole Franks is in third with an 87.5. And then we have a three-way tie for fourth place between Jess Pope, Tucker Caricato, and Mason Stoller, who all posted an 87. Into the saddle bronc, in first place, we have Logan Hay. He went earlier this week. He posted an 87.5. In second place, we have Blaze Freeman. He went on Saturday night. He posted an 86. And then we have a three-way tie for third place. Ben Anderson, Thane Elshear, and Dawson Hay all posted an 85.5 in the saddle bronc. On to sixth place, we got Cade Bruno. That was a Saturday night rider. He posted an 85. In seventh, we got Jake Finley. He posted an 84.5. We have a two-way tie for eighth place between Colby Wanchuk and Wyatt Casper. And then finally, in 10th, there is another tie there between Cooper Thatcher, Lefty Holman, Tanner Hayes, Jacob Crawley, and Parker Kempfer. Five-way tie for 10th place. That is crazy. On to the barrel racing. In first place, we have Cassie Mowry. She rode a 14.01 on Friday night. In second place, we got Alyssa Urbanek Wade. She went on Saturday. She posted a 14.02. Third place, we have Jordan Driver. She's our local Garden City cowgirl. She posted a 14.04. And in fourth, we have Sophie Palmore. She posted a 14.2. And fifth place, we have Heather Crowley with a 14.23. In the average, Jordan Driver still leads the overall with a 30.04. Cassie Mowry is in second with a 30.09. We have a three-way tie for third between Alyssa Urbanek Wade, Julie Plord, and Crystal Dillman, and that rounds out the barrel racing average. In the steer wrestling, we haven't seen many changes in this one. In first place, we still have Dalton Massey with a 3.2 second run. Second place, we have Mike McGinn with a 3.4 second run. Winston McGraw in third place with 3.5 second run. In fourth place, we got Bridger Chambers with a 3.6 second run. And then, of course, a two-way tie for 5th place between Teal Sykes and Brandon Harrison, who both posted a 3.7 second run. In the average of the steer wrestling, Mike McGinn still leads with a 7.2 second on 2. Dakota Eldridge is in 2nd place with a 7.3 second on 2. Bridger Anderson's in 3rd with a 7.5 second on 2. Dalton Massey's in 4th with a 7.6 second on 2. And finally, in 5th place, we have Hunter Cure, who posted a 7.7 second on 2. Moving on to the tie down. In 1st place, we have Chance Fleming. This is the average. He has a 17.1 second on 2 runs. In 2nd place, we have Garrett Jacobs, who posted a 17.3. 3rd place, we got Cody Mahaffey. He posted a 17.6. In 4th place, we have a tie between Andrew Burks and Roy Lee. Both posted an 8.1 second through 2. And that's going to be hard to beat. I'm not going to lie. And on to the team roping. This is the average. We got the duo of Schmidt and Woodfin. This was a Saturday time. They are now in 1st with 8.6 seconds on 2. Trineri and Yaquo, they are now in 2nd on 8.7 on 2. Dees and Flake, also another Saturday. They are 8.8 second on 2. Buccalo and Harrison are 9.1 seconds in 4th place. And then in 5th place, we got Igaskiza and Woodard, who are tied with Whites and Walker with 9.2 seconds. In the breakaway, this is the average. Bailey Bates leads with the 3.8 second on 2. Jenna Dallin is at 4.0 seconds on 2. In 3rd place, we got Jordy Edens with a 4.1 second on 2. Man, these times are fast. In 4th place, we got Shaylee King with a 4.4 second on 2. And finally, in 5th place, and rounding it out, we got Christy Stewart, who has a 4.8 second on 2. And that is your scores. Well, Tessa, we're out of time, but let's go ahead and do what we always do at the end of this. Give me your final thoughts.
You know, it was really awesome to see the bull riders perform like they did on Sunday and to see so many great scores. I know a couple years ago we only had like 3 or 4 qualified rides, so it was awesome to see the amount that we did see, and I'm super stoked to see what this week brings, and the finals are always a good time here in San Angelo. But
That's kind of where I'm at, too. Like, we have a full slate in the bull riding, and that's my favorite event.
Finally.
I do know we still have another San Angelo native probably going the next couple of days in the tie down. Look forward to that. I'm not going to mention his name because I can't guarantee it.
It's a secret.
Yeah, but the barrel racing keeps getting faster. I expect I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna say we see our first sub 14. You know, like either tonight or tomorrow night. But yeah, the San Angelo Rodeo is going to be it has been fun. The finals are going to be awesome.